And we're live! Welcome back, everybody, to another wonderful day of Stardew Valley. It's springtime in the valley. Wintertime. Well, actually, when is the first day of winter? Is that tomorrow? Yeah, that's tomorrow. So it's not technically winter yet in good old Michigan. But it's been snowing on and off, so hey, I count it, right? Last time, what did we do last time? I don't remember. I think we were just going ham in the Skull Cavern, seeing how far we could get. Yes. I wanted to buy a lot more seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 8. Like 100 more seeds. Something crazy like that. I got the dinosaur mayo. I'm gonna save that. I should, emphasis on should, have enough, enough time before I finish the community center to get another dino mayo. But just in case, I'm gonna save it. Better safe than sorry. Oh, dang. We got 2 wolves. I'm gonna have to make another loom then. Wood, fiber, and pine tar. So, oh yeah, I do have 2 sheep. I thought they produce like every other day, or is it? It might be that depending on how happy they are, they'll produce. Fiber. Don't tell me I'm out of fiber. Okay, no. No. How could I be out of fiber? Put all this crud away. No, I wanted to leave the dinosaur mayo. That is very important. I'm gonna need that later. Alright, put that away. Part of me wants to just go crazy and make a whole bunch of furnaces, but I think the 2 old reliable ones that I've definitely had since the beginning never blew up with a bomb. Never. There we go. Ooh, truffly. Make some truffle oil. Although it's probably not ideal that I have my pigs wandering around on my crops. Like, they can't dig up truffles on a crop space, because there has to be a space for the truffle to go. That's right. I had enough money yesterday, but he's closed on Wednesdays, the punk. That's probably enough. I am running into a wall. Pam, god dang it. Alright, gotta till all this soil. And then water it, because I don't want like 12 potato seeds to be 12 potato plants to be like one thing to go up behind everybody else. Alright. Can't wait till summer. I can plant all this lovely space with corn. And then I'll just have replicating corn. Excuse me, bunny. There we go. So let me just sneak this potato seed underneath it. No, I need more potato. By the way, I do not have. Okay. I should be able to count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Maybe. Should have enough. Theoretically. Six days of maturing has a chance of yielding multiple potatoes. Ooh. Okay, and speaking of, let's see. Yeah, I still need apples. I need wine. I can start doing that. As soon as I get a fruit, I can do that. Although I kind of want a fruit sooner than later. Red cabbage is a summer crop. Pierre doesn't even sell the seeds until summer. Yeah, so she needs an apple. What is this? Oak resin? Yeah, I have an oak tree growing. I'm not too much in a hurry. I'm surprised I didn't tap an oak tree at the start and just get some oak resin right off the bat, but whatever. Suppose one thing I can do is try to fix up everything. Ooh, speaking of oak resin. My oak tree is fully grown. Okay, what do I need to make a tapper? Wood and a couple copper. Nice. I've tapped maple trees before. Oh, I got a lot of stone. Holy cow. What else do I need? Couple copper. Couple copy boys. Oh, I need 40 wood. Oops. Alright, got the copper. Put it in the thing. Make the tapper. What else can I make? Charcoal kin. Interesting. I probably should have... Yeah, I don't care. I don't need a lot of bait right now. Truffle oil, it's expensive. Alright, let's check on the old trees. They're maturing. They are maturing. Okay. Mushroom cake is ready. Okay. Should I go to the Skull Cavern? Do I dare? Dare I do? Why not? Let's head out to the Skull Cavern. Definitely not going to get anywhere. On my first playthrough, I put like in 100 hours, and I took many a trip to the Skull Cavern. But I never did get to floor 100. I never did get the thing from Mr. G. Which something tells me that if I wanted to, I could very soon. I think the game plan is to use, excuse me, a lot of bombs. And just like drop a bunch of bombs. Go in there, go when you have the best luck. Drop a lot of bombs. And then take a lot of stairs as well. Hey! So eating's a slower pace. What's the Animal Crossing sheet behind you? Oh! It's the curtain. I replaced the curtain. But yeah, I'm doing alright. I was able to message your mother. She has yet to respond. But yes, I'm doing well. How are you? I also, like an idiot, I put this shelf up, but I set it up and said, oh, it's gonna be in frame like that. But then I sat in the chair, and then everything tilted backwards, and now you can't see it really. But yeah. Anyway, holy crap. Ooh, genie shoes. Are those any good? Plus 6 immunity. Holy moly. I'd rather have defense over immunity. But wow. Better be better in some way than the space boots, because you need to get the space boots in order to get here. But how's work? Oh, there it is. Just let them on my net. You hate putting it. Yeah, I'm frustrated because there's no studs in the wall behind me, so there's nothing to screw things into. So we had to use molly bolts, which, for those in chat that are not familiar with molly bolts, they're a kind of like wall anchor. That what you do is they're this plastic thing. You drill a hole. Gotcha. Drill a hole in the wall, and you put the molly bolt into the hole, tap it in so it's not sticking out, and then you put a screw in there, and what the screw does is it goes in, and then it pulls the molly bolt and scrunches it up so it anchors behind on the drywall. But what that means is you can't just unscrew it because it's permanently deformed. So if I want to move it, like, actually so that the shelf is like at this level, I'm going to need to get more molly bolts. And I was like, you know what? I'm not bothering at this point in time. Another news. Like, there's this one Stardew streamer I just started watching. She's like brand new. Like, only been streaming for a few weeks, I think. And one of the YouTubers we both watch, name is Curtis Connor. Got like 3 or 4 million subscribers. Literally just dropped in, donated $100 to this girl, and then left. Said, "Hey, happy holidays. I hope you have a nice stream." And like I went to the VOD and I clicked on his name and it linked to his channel. Like, that was him. And I'm like, what the frick? It's like, come on. That's crazy. Yeah, that pink cake's good stuff. Please die. Unfortunately, I wasn't there in stream to see it. I was playing Dead by Daylight. QT Serene and one of her friends were playing with me. We were playing some custom rounds. That was fun. That was insane. Like, I'm like, what? I saw her tweet about it, and I was like, no, like, no way that guy came by and, like, donate. Like, what? But he did. Yeah, he came by. He was like, happy holidays. The wrath against the lady streamers. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for her. It's not like she's not a good streamer outside of that. But, ooh. I might have some intestinal problems I gotta work out. I'll be right back. I'm back. Did y'all miss me? Sorry about that, folks. Sometimes, without getting into the gory details, my body says, by the way, you need to go to the bathroom now. But I think it's all worked out. Maybe it was upset that I had tater tots and not raisin bran for breakfast like I usually do. Oh, there was something... Oh, yeah, Iridium Band. I needed 50 solar essences for. But, unfortunately, solar... You get the irony of... I left the mines and got through the mines so quickly. That's where all the solar essences are. More or less. Like, ghosts drop them, I think. Want to give me one of those? Give me a solar essence, maybe? Those mummies ain't too smart. Ugh. Okie doke. How about no? Holy cow. Drops a frickin' bomb. I could not believe the bomb. It did it again! Where the bomb is like right on the other side of my sword. So when I leave Skull Cavern, I'm just highlighted on my sword normally. And then I leave. And then I frickin' accidentally hit L. Switched over to bomb. And blew up a couple of my furnaces and my bee houses. Killed all the bees. Could not believe it. I was very upset. Luckily, the treasure chest with all my like gold bars and stuff were there. And of course, it's like after Skull Cavern, so you know, I'm done for the day. Like, it's not even like, oh, I did it first thing. It's like I need to drop my stuff off and go to bed, you know? Okay, speaking about dropping my stuff off and going to bed. It is about that time. There we go. Hey, Pam. Step on the gas. Okie dokie. Put all this crud away. And that as well. Slow grind at work. Fair enough. I know I already said that I'm doing all right. It's that time of year, though. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And I am excited. Christmas is my favorite holiday. Sorry, Halloween. You just can't compete for the sheer amount of stuff that I get for Christmas. All right. I should probably move. You haven't actually felt very Christmassy? Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know, my situation where I'm just kind of sitting here day after day. Like, there's no school. Like, I'm realizing this is the first year where I haven't, like, been in school and gotten the, like, looking forward to finishing up the semester or to Christmas break, you know? So it's just like, oh, shoot, Christmas is in 5 days? Okay. It's not snowy outside right now. It isn't always snowy this time of year, but you know, because winter technically starts tomorrow after all. But yeah, that always helps getting in the spirit. I've only been Christmas shopping a couple times. Of course, Black Friday, in America at least, used to be a big thing for me and the family. It used to be this huge thing of like, okay, we have got this game plan. We're gonna go to all these different stores. We're gonna wake up at like 4 a.m. to grab all the deals, and there were like cool doorbusters and everything. But yeah, now it's all online, or there aren't a lot of good deals. There isn't much reason to wake up early. You finish the 24th and you would be back on the 4th, but you booked the first week of the new year off. Oh, so you have a few weeks off. Nice. Black Friday stresses you out too much. I mean, it used to be fun. It used to be, okay, we can snag these deals, you know, but whatever, you know. A darn shame. Sell, sell. I gotta move my barn, because I got a problem here right now where my pigs are all like, they just wander randomly around, but they'll walk over all the crops, and there's no like crop trampling mechanic in the game or anything like that, but they can't find truffles on top of a crop because like a space that's already occupied, because the if the space is already occupied, they need to see. um yeah. So so I'm off to Robin's house. We'll see. uh I'm pretty sure she'll be there. I need to move my barn, and I need to see what I can build. I need to see how much. I want to get a fish pond going, because I've got some fish just sitting there. I'll probably do the sturgeon one first, because sturgeon roe is required to make caviar, and thank God you're here. Oh no, you're soaked. Yes, I am, but I've got a pumpkin head to keep the rain off my head and shoulders, so we're good. Um, how do I move buildings? Okay, do this while it's raining. That's opportune. You know, let's butt them up right against. What the heck? Did I just move my silo accidentally? Yeah, okay. Glad I canceled out of that. So where should I put my fish ponds, though? If I'm gonna make one. Well, first off, what's in a fish pond? That's probably the first question. 5,000 gold, 200 stone. Holy cow. 5 seaweed and 5 green algae. Wild horseradish. Back here, I've got all my mahogany trees I just plant. Whenever I get a mahogany seed, I throw it back here. Because hardwood, you don't need hardwood for a lot of things, but you need a lot of hardwood for some things. If that makes sense. So you don't like. There's not a lot of stuff that require a lot of hardwood. There's like fishing. The fish pond weighs 200 stone. Nah, we're not British up in here. How much is a stone? Is it like related to kilograms or pounds or what? Rude. Saying I'm not British? What do you mean rude? I'm not rude for saying I'm not British. A stone is 14 pounds. Interesting. Okay, so what did I want to do? I wanted 5 of these babies. And I wanted 5 algae. No. Okay, so I go on here, pay the money, but I'm going to need to figure out where the heck I want to put all these. You only hear stones and pounds used in hospitals when they weigh babies. That's interesting. Because, yeah, I mean, the UK, for the most part, uses the metric system. Use, like, miles for whatever reason. Alright, okay, so... farm buildings, we want... one of these. So let me pull up my sheet. I have a sheet specifically for the sole purpose of what fishies I want. Is this fish ponds? Blobfish, lava eel, rainbow trout, slime jack, spookfish, midnight squid, stingray, sturgeon, super cucumber, void salmon, ghostfish, ice pip, wood skip. 13 ponds. So how can I arrange 13 ponds? I could do like a circle. I think it'd be cool if I had like a circle with like 1 at the top and then 2 at the bottom. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. I am not doing this in frame. Why is a one stone newborn get a paw emote? You can't build there because there's a frickin' dude. Really? Really, Robin? I gotta go out and do that and come back. I wish I could say, hey, build there. I'm gonna go once I clear this stuff out. Sympathies go out to the mother. That's a big baby. Alright, okay. So, if I do something like this, it should be good. And I plan on putting, like, preserves jars next to each of them. So I can, just, like, preserve the row, like, ferment? Ferment the row? Everyone got a 50-pound gift card for meeting a target? Dang! That's nice. But I wish my work would get... Wait. You kind of have to have a job first. Where's Curtis Connor? Where's Curtis Connor? Where's my $50 bonus? Alright, let's build this. Let's build it right there. Yeah. Nice. I probably need... I'm probably like doing too many fish ponds. No, they met a target at work. They met their goal at work, so they got probably a generic $50 gift card. Not a £50, rather, £50 gift card for Target. Unless it was a £50 gift card for Target. Do you have Target in uh in the UK? I would think that they're multinational. You don't have Target? Okay. It's just a supermarket. A pretty widespread, well-known supermarket. Yep, you hit a target at work. Ooh. Helvite. Pyrite. Geminite? Yeah. Copper ore. What? Yeah, you got a 50 pound. They got a 50-pound gift card at work because they met at a Target store. Petrified slime. Stone. More Helvite. Target has a fair selection. I don't know. As you know, I'm not the biggest ocean stone. I'm not the biggest clothes fashion connoisseur. Opal. Marble. Yeah, that's not amethyst. It's a fairy stone. A fairy. I'm a mod for this one British streamer, and I made a poll in chat. Do you like eggnog? Yes or no? Or I don't. I've never drank it, and like so many people had never consumed it before. Would it be your kind of selection? I don't know. They got a goth area. I feel like send you to Hot Topic instead. Okie doke. I've wasted enough time today. Is that eggnog spiked? No, it's not. Eggnog naturally has alcohol. No, it's not. I'm not goth, just alternative. I mean, you're just black lipstick away. Let's be honest here. And more piercings. Maybe. That would seal the deal. Emo. Yeah, emo. That's why I have blonde hair, to specifically differentiate myself from all of those goth types. Breaks it up, you know. I don't want to be mistaken for one of those goth people. White goth rocks? Can you wear all white and be goth? That sounds like an oxymoron. Ta-da! You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to the Skull Cavern. It's kind of sad how Pam like leaves. I'm just not goth, Mom. It's not just a phase. What? Hey, I gotta get my viewer bullying in as much as I can before they multiply and gang up on me. All right, see you back. Cause like, you know, if I don't get it in at the start of the stream when there aren't a lot of viewers, where'd you come from? They end up multiplying and they gang up on me, and I can't stop it, you know? 5 days. I better be on my best behavior. Dude, Santa's already freaking made all my presents, so... What is he gonna do? Not give them to me? Call Santa's bluff. You'd never. Give them to someone else. Santa would re-gift? That's tacky. Redirect. Instead of wrapping up a gift you got and giving it to someone else. Wrapping a gift you got for someone else and giving it up to yet a third party. Ooh, Magma Geode. What's the best way to farm solar essences? Because that's what I want. Iridium Band. Because I want a lot of money so I can buy a lot of bombs from the dwarf. I wonder what I wonder what kind of bomb is the most bang for my buck. If you know what I mean. Quite literally. Because, yeah, like cherry bombs are the cheapest, obviously. But if you can find a ladder with a cherry bomb, like, there's no problem, right? But if you can't, well, obviously you've been better off. I think one regular bomb is more expensive than... or 2 cherry bombs are more expensive than 1 regular bomb, I should say. Oh, shoot! Back off. Oh my god. Stop. I'm being ganged up on. Increases my luck and my speed. Back off. Probably breaking these things, get more stone. In the shaft I go. Ouch. Ooh. A seed maker, that's good. I was wondering about when I was going to get that. I couldn't remember where you get those. Apparently this is one of the ways. Because what you can do with seed maker is, well, you can make seeds. And I got some ancient fruit in the greenhouse right now. So I want to make me some ancient seeds. Because ancient fruit are they produce the most valuable fruit in the game, produce in the game. Oh, excuse me. And they don't stop producing. They're technically seasonal. They'll produce spring through fall. But the cool thing is, about them is, you know, you put any fruit in the or plant, whatever, any crop in the greenhouse, it'll grow regardless of the season, which doesn't make a lot of sense given that plants flower and bloom and fruit based off of like how long the nighttime is, and not what the temperature is. Like, they use the day-night cycle as a determining factor. Hoping I can inadvertently kill some mummies in the process. I'm pretty sure the only way to kill a mummy is to wound it such that it falls, and then that it crumples into a heap. Once it does that, every attack will miss. But if you blow it up with a bomb when it's down, oh, shoot. No, I'm probably gonna be fine. I was probably gonna win that fight, but a Carl that fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Return to Stardew Valley. I would love to return to Stardew Valley. Poor Pam, like, goes home at 5, but if for whatever reason I decide to catch her and go to the desert, she has to just sit there and wait all day for me to finish up. Okay, I think, yeah. I want to farm solar essences. That's what I want to do. Let's put this over here. Just have to be careful that weeds don't overtake my farm, my stuff. Problem is that the bigger your farm gets, the more stuff is out of your sight. And the more stuff is out of your sight. Diamond's ready. The higher chance weeds and brush and stuff will creep in and destroy your farm. Alright, let's see what I got from today. Interesting. I have had that happen before. Let's go check out the old potatoes. The old potatoes. It's not Sunday. Oh, I've got mail. Carl, I'm really craving a fresh apricot. Haven't been able to find it at the store, so I'm asking you. I'll pay you well for it. I don't have one. I do, however, have an apricot tree. Would you look at that? Potate. Okay, how many is that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13, 18, 23, 24. I'm gonna need 24. Potates. Unfortunately, the only spring crop that does indeed like produce multiple times are strawberries, but you can only get strawberries from the spring festival, which has yet to happen, so they're less useful. The best way to do it is to buy a bunch of strawberry seeds at the spring festival one year and then plant them all the next, but I didn't worry about that. Gotta pet all the animals. I like the implication that you're just running by, touching the animal, and heading out. Yeah, this golden scythe is good stuff, man. Although I kind of need this grass stuff to start migrating north, so that my animals can feed on it. Maybe I might have to. There we go. Yeah, start eating the stuff, my guy. Go crazy. All right, they're growing. They do be growing. Is that the best way to do it? Whatchamacallit? Stardew Greenhouse. Yeah, you have to do it. I was trying to remember if you could plant trees like every other. Yeah, because you can plant regular trees every other space. I guess not fruit trees. At least not according to the guide I consulted on how to plant stuff most efficiently. Okay, what do I want? Is this Iridium Band? It's just like the good stuff. Glows, attracts items, and increases attack damage by 10%. So it's a glow ring, a magnet ring, and a ruby ring all in one. Let's take a look-see at the best way to get Solar Essence. Solar Essence. Monster Loot, Ghost, Iridium Bat, Metalhead, Dangerous, Haunted Skull, Good Kid. Sunfish may randomly produce a Solar Essence. But where do I... Is it the best place? The mines, I think, at level 80? Apparently mummies have a drop rate of 99% when it comes to solar essences. So maybe. Ooh, a train. Let's see if I can't find it. So maybe I should pay them little mummies a visit with bombs. What day of the week is Christmas this year? Saturday. Okay, I don't stream anyway. I was gonna say. You can get like... Dang it. Whatchamacallit? You can get leprechaun shoes from dropping from like the coal. I find that kind of interesting. There's sometimes coal cars from the train. Joe Jamart, your days are numbered. Alright, let's do this. Swing by Pierre's on the way back. buy me some more potato seeds. Ocean stone. Gold. Stone. Iridium ore. Stone. Helvite. Nothing new. Unless... This is slate, right? Yeah. Yep, okay. No, I wanted to pass by Pierre's. So I'm going to buy enough potatoes to... Whip-a-doodle. Buy enough potatoes to... replace that dang fairy. That is not what I wanted. Sure, I can bring in 8 gold ores, whatever. I have like over 100 of them, so yeah, I think I can bring them to you. Back, your mom called. Fair enough. Guess she doesn't have time to talk to me then. Whatever. I thought I was more important than her own daughter, but... How's she doing? I presume she's doing all right. Okay, 8. There. Alright, plant these potates. Though, in all honesty, I shot her a message after she most likely went to sleep, so... I have patience. Alright, Clint wanted me to show him 8 gold ores, which I can do. That is certainly a thing that I can do. No, I want to put that here. Oh, excuse me. Drop them off. Show them. Thanks. Here. There they... Oh, what? I gotta bring them? Let her know. Okay. When people just it goes to their box, she'll try and look soon. Okay. Sends her love, and she's currently wrapping presents. Ooh. That's always fun. I did that a couple days ago. Finally. Dad was out playing pickleball, so it's like, alright, it's probably a good time. So those are all done. I have them in a nice stack. Knowing me, though, I'm probably going to go out like a few days before Christmas and wander around in the store one last time. Find some extra presents. Usually what I do, how I approach buying Christmas presents is I get everyone that I'm going to buy a present for one thing that I know that they will want. Like either something on their Christmas list or something like I am definitely sure that they asked for it or whatever. And then after that, I just kind of go out a couple times and just wander around and say, oh, this looks like something they might like, or that looks like something they might like. So that way, I get the stressful. You suck at buying gifts unless it's super obvious they like it. I worry too much. Well, that's why I do the stressful shopping first. I just say, okay, I know I've got something for everyone. You know, I know 100% that I've got something that they'll like. So then, the stressful part is over, and I can just wander around and do the fun shopping where you just kind of walk around and you look. Oh, they might like this. All right, let's see how do you do this? You do that? Yeah. Yes. That's so satisfying. I hate those mummies with a burning passion. Yeah, so what we do, we used to do a thing in my family where everyone would gather around at the table, with the exception of one of the family members, and we would all bust out their Christmas list. You know, back then we would tape the Christmas list to the, or magnet them to the fridge. So you'd take the physical list and we go over it and we'd say, okay, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, I'll buy this, or I have bought that, or whatever. So that way no one buys the same thing for the same person, right? Yeah, and then this year we just sent an email to everybody, and then we just replied all and then didn't include the original poster, original sender, and said, hey, I got this, I got that, whenever we got anything. That's better. So I think that's a good way to do it, using technology, of course. So yeah, we do that. So that way, I would just go into my Gmail and I'd favorite every single, like everybody's list. So that way I could just sort by favorites, and they'd all just be there. And then whenever I bought something, I would just like open it up, reply all, make sure that the original sender wasn't on it, and say, hey, I got this video game for this person, or whatever. So yeah, that way no one steps on anyone else's toes. No returning, no awkward, anything like that. Yeah, so that's how we do it. Nice and efficient. Especially, you know, we got 5 people in our family unit. I don't really give presents to people outside the family unit, unless they're like specifically. So yeah, so that makes it easy. Like, I know some people have really extended families. Some people I've heard where they have, like, you know, a large extended families where all the cousins and whatnot are in the same spot. You'll get like a present for your immediate family. You just message people what they want, and when you get asked, you make sure not to say the same thing for 2 people. Fair. So then you gotta play a game of like, okay, I want this the most. So, this person asked me what I want for Christmas, but they're not the best at following through. So I'm hoping that this other person that is good at following through will ask me later. So then I'll tell them what I really want. You gotta play the game. But yeah, like I said, we've got our family unit. We don't really buy presents for anyone outside. Siblings and parents. That makes it easy. It's just really easy to coordinate. But yeah, oh, I never finished. Some people were saying that if you have a giant family, they literally pull lots. The most expensive thing goes to your parents, and the thing that ain't so much goes to whoever else, siblings. Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, oh, frick. High stress situation. What was I saying? Okay. Before I was so rudely interrupted. Yeah, they'll just, what was the most expensive thing? Oh, yes. Like, I was an RA, so that paid for my room and board. I had tuition handled fairly well as well. And, like, all I did was work, right? So I didn't buy much for myself, and I didn't work. But, you know, that leads to me having a lot of money. you know, a lot of disposable income. So chances are, if I want something, I'll have already bought it. So Christmas time is kind of like, you know, or any gift giving thing for me now is kind of like, I mean, there isn't a lot that I want. My list was pretty short this year. Oh, you've been really good with your money this year? Nice. That's good. We love financial literacy. But yeah, so when they're like, hey, everybody needs to, my sister's like, you need to make a wish list. And I was like, all right. Yeah, it's good. It's a good ability to have, you know. Spreadsheets and stuff. It's really satisfying when you like make a spreadsheet and you're just like, okay, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, and if I buy this and this and this and this, hey, I'll have this much money left over for whatever I want. That's always a good feeling. You ever want a hand with Excel spreadsheets and basic formulae? I can show you. It's fun to make a good spreadsheet. Oh, yeah, I've got a budget for my stream. You know, it's got a list of everything I've ever spent for my stream. You don't have Excel? Well, Google Sheets, same concept, and that's free. I still have Excel from uni. Everyone got a full suite of Microsoft Office. There we go. So that's cool. Strictly buying clothes with hearts on? Why is that a tier? Are you not feeling enough love in your life, or what? It's a nose? Oh, okay. I was like, why is that? Why are you crying about that? What? Like me buying orange. Okay, fair enough. I'm strictly buying clothes with hearts on. I'm smiling through the pain. It's like, what? What? Ba-ba-ba-ba. It's like, dang, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to ask questions. Put that there, and that there. Sell all my other loot. Alright. A little battered today, but... Oh, I don't know if you saw, but... I am very behind on it. Relatively behind on it, but... I've been watching my VODs back, you know, on twice the speed, taking notes as what to happen, and then compiling, like, a diary written in the viewpoint of Farmer Carl here, and posting that on Reddit. So that's been pretty cool. Hopefully, eventually, that'll get me some viewers, curious viewers, because you can't really explicitly advertise. Queen of Sauce. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce. Have I got chickens and have I named them nice names? I do have chickens. I named them just whatever default name that they came with. They're just chickens. Concerned Ape has some fun, cute names. You're upset? I'm sorry. you know, if you don't show up to the table, you don't get a vote. You know? Greetings, is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish: pizza! There's a reason pizza is a timeless culinary classic. You got an artisan golden brown crust, you've got a tangy garlic-infused marinara sauce, and you're topping it all with a mouth-watering 3-cheese blend. And we're just getting started. Let's throw some fresh pepper and tomato on the top. Oh my. Oh my, that's right. Dude, that sounds heavenly. We've got Backle and Sekabo and is it just Zachary? Zacconi, Loca, Cello, and Lou the bunny. Bonnie. There we go. Truffle oil. Ooh, it's done. Okay. I'll have to throw a sturgeon in there. That's right. I've always wanted, like, farm fresh milk. Wait. Oh, it's mayonnaise. It's not an egg. I was gonna say. How do I still have another egg? Nope, it's mayonnaise. I'm, like, just waiting on a couple more things. To finish out the community center. One of them is... how you say red cabbage, which is only available in the summer. Ugh. I swear. Oh, I've got sturgeon. If red cabbage is like literally the only thing that I'm missing, I'm gonna be peeved. And it's looking like it'll be that way. Like it's looking like that'll be the case. Everything's okay. I'm just waiting on these bad boys to grow. They'll start making... I need 3 apples for it, and I need an apricot. No. A pomegranate. Not an apricot. Clint, let me in. Thank you. He gave me a Geo Crusher, but since it takes coal to operate, I'm kind of like... Gold is worth more than 25. Or coal, rather. Oh, I gathered them already. Hey. You brought the ores that I requested. Excellent. These ores look to be of good quality. You can keep them, of course. I just want to see how the local geology is doing. Here's your payment as promised. Oops. Local geology, huh? I got that from the desert. Which is not, in fact, local. I have some actual pyrite. It's nice and shiny. It's not that yellow. I assume there's, like, some way it can, like, rust or something. Or maybe mine is rusted. That makes it look not yellow. Because, like, mine doesn't look like fool's gold at all. Of course, I do have crystalline structure that is not, like, it's a cube. Like, it's a literal cube. So, you know. Not exactly, Oh, I gotta wait for Pam. Not exactly easy to confuse a cube for gold, but it looks like steel. Oh, eggnog is so good, but it's so high in calories, and it's literally made of like egg and cream. Eggnog. It is eggnog is a relatively traditional. I don't know what areas it is commonly consumed in, but it is a creamy drink with egg in it that does not taste anything like egg. Typically served with nutmeg sprinkled on top, and can potentially be alcoholic. Although, of course, what I am drinking right now is not. Let me look up eggnog. Eggnog. Yeah, you can put rum, brandy, or bourbon. You like literally mix it with alcohol. So like, I don't really vanilla. You have a tart called egg custard. Yeah, yes, it's custard is. Yeah, that's a very comparable. Where's the? That's not a recipe. Where's the ingredients? Jump to recipe. Oh, there it is. You probably, yeah, it's good stuff. Um, so the ingredients: egg yolks, sugar, 6 large egg yolks, 3/4 cup sugar, 2 cups milk, 2 whole cloves, a pinch of cinnamon, 1 cup heavy whipping cream, a teaspoon freshly grated nutmeg, 1.5 teaspoons vanilla extract, um, optional egg whites and alcohol. Cloves, not like the spice cloves, not cloves of garlic. There's an actual spice called cloves. Clove is a plant, yeah. Yeah. Cloves are the aromatic flower buds of a tree in the family Myrtaceae. Yep. Yeah, add some cloves and garlic to your lovely, creamy dessert beverage. But yeah, custard is probably a good analogous dish. Yeah. Give me that solar essence, boy. Oh. Screw it. So yeah, that's eggnog for you. It's really good. McDonald's over here. I think it was either that or Shamrock Shakes or both. Eggnog shake McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's is an eggnog shake. Except you've been binge watching videos of hamsters lately. McDonald's lol discontinued. What? That's right, they did. McDonald's discontinued. Yeah, so that was good. But guess not. Not good enough. I used to have hamsters when I was young. Probably did not take care of them as much as I should have. As cute as they were, they are a fair amount of work to keep nice and happy. They did not like me whenever they saw me opening the hatch. I had like one with a bunch of tubes and stuff. They would run away. Peppermint mocha, peppermint hot chocolate, Christmas time, those have been discontinued as well. Ugh. That's so sad. So sad. Please perish. Didn't look after them too much. You've been researching a lot. You be ready? You want to rush? Yeah. With pets, you shouldn't just say, "Oh, that's cute. I want one." Wanting a furry friend for some time. A furry. But yeah, so I had, like, you can get some pretty cool enclosures for them. I you know, got ones that had like tubes and stuff with like different houses and whatnot, and you could like make this whole like complicated city for them. I just wanted rats, but they're too smart. Yeah, rats need a lot of attention, and they're really good at escaping. I've never had rats myself. I've taken care of them for other people while they were on vacation on a number of occasions. They're really cute, and really, yeah, really intelligent. But yeah, you always gotta have a bunch of precautions, you know, to make sure that they don't escape. Because if they get bored and they're just like, "Yep, I'm out." Oh yeah, you've house sat, rat sat before. They're nifty. Guinea pigs are cute too. Ah, barnacles. The slime got me. Where are they? New kittens at your parents'. Oh. Oh yeah, you mentioned, right? The white cat. Have I ever? I don't think I've ever met a white cat. Chinchillas are cute too. Although I'm less of a fan of like the chinchilla rabbit area. I don't know. I don't know why. Found some good things by looking at garbage cans on lucky days. Sometimes you'll find the dish of the day behind the saloon, usually fresh. For dessert, I'll check the Molnar's can for cookies. For treasures, check the cans by the blacksmith museum. I don't think Linus has much use for treasures. Yeah, I've never had a cat that's had kittens. I've had kittens before, personally, myself. No, I've owned. I've got Poofle. When she was a right small kitty. Still had to bottle feed her. She's so cute, so cute. Oh my god. Like they were young, hardly knew how to walk. Couldn't go to the bathroom by themselves. Their eyes were open. You fit in the palm of your hand. Ooh, a little tiny baby. A little baby kitten. Oh, she's so cute. They would go kind of crazy. You'd feed them, though. You put the bottle in there, they'd be like... They would go insane. Yeah, we used to have that real tight parental bond before I went to college. She would like sleep on me and stuff. Now she likes my sister a lot more. Feed them special milk. Yeah, it's kitten formula. No, yeah, it's not cow's milk. Absolutely not. But yeah, they have kitten formula that is specifically made, you know, to give them the proper nutrients and all that good stuff. Yeah, good old Poppy. Poppy, little black doggy. Sayonara. I can just imagine these mummies being like, "Ha! If we fall down, he can't get us." and then just hearing the sizzle, the hiss of a fuse as I end their unlife. Little Jack Russell. Willow was a black dog. Wait, I thought Poppy was the black one because like he's a little black seed. I'm confused because a poppy seed is... Nope. Oh, well, we all know I'm just insane. I knew someone that had Poppy, that had a dog named Poppy that was a small black dog. We had some neighbors that had Jack Russell Terriers. They were the most annoyingest dog. They would be walking up the driveway from school, and they would... your mom liked the name Willow. We'd be walking up the street from, from the bus, walking home after school. Oh, frick. And they wouldn't run after us. They would just run like 20, 30 feet away, 10 meters away even. And then they would go, "Row, row, row. Row, row, row. Row, row, row. Row." And it was like, shut up. Like, I'm allowed to be here. My mom called them football dogs. I said, why do you call them that? She's like, because it makes you want to just punt them across the yard. They make you want to... So she mimed the picking up a ball, whether it be an American football or an association football, either one, and just punt them. Yeah, I mean, I'll love any breed of dog, but there are certain certain dogs, whether they're not trained well or spoiled or whatever, they're just not good dogs. Like, if you don't train them right, any dog can be trained incorrectly. Any dog can be trained correctly. Yeah, that's the problem. Some people are like, oh, like it's a Chihuahua, like what's it gonna do? Like when it's a big dog and it does something wrong, like you'll get after it because you don't want a big dog like trying to like jump up on anybody or bite them or whatever. Or when they bark, it's loud, really loud. But like little yappy dogs like that need the same treatment. They need the same conditioning as any other dog, and when people just kind of laugh them off or whatever, they'll grow up to be a misbehaved doggy. You can have a well-trained, well-behaved Chihuahua or pug or whatever. Although I will say I'm not the hugest fan of pugs or doggies. Look like they're about to die. Like they can't breathe. Ooh, I know where that is. I know exactly where that is. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, as long as it's well behaved, pretty much any pet I'll be fine with. Except spiders, I'm sorry. If you have a pet spider, I am not about that. You don't like dogs that have been poorly bred? Yeah. A purebred pug. And it's like, dude, it can't breathe, man. Its skin flaps are covering its own nostrils. Ooh. Dogs that have legs that curve out. Dog with legs that curve out because it's two pretty differently sized dogs. Oh, like, yeah, their proportions are mismatched because their parents were not really compatible. Yeah. I mean, mutts are good. They're less... mutts are less likely to have genetic defects generally than purebreds. All right, I'm out of here. You know, because genetically speaking, if you're inbred, any recessive traits have a chance of reappearing. You know, because if your mom has a recessive trait, your dad has a recessive trait, then you have a chance of inheriting both of those and getting that recessive bad trait. But if your mom has a recessive trait and your dad does not have that recessive trait, there is no chance of that recessive trait rearing its head. So, inventory full. How about now? Oh, I should have done the whatchamacallit. What do you call it? Totally lost my train of thought. I should have done the iridium, put the iridium ores in. We used to saw a dog that was a breed between a Boston Terrier, French Bulldog, and a Bulldog or a Staffy. They were so short legs, squished face. Bro, my pig buddy needs to. My pig buddy needs to make some more truffles. Find some more truffles. It's like, you know what? I just want a nice, good doggy. They don't have to be a pure breed. Some look like Frankenstein's monster. Schnauzers. That's a schnauzer. Okay, yeah, I was thinking the right thing. I saw a meme that was like dog owners. Ooh, potatoes! Dog owners. Is that, you know, a husky? No, it's an American Eskimo or whatever. Cat owners. What breed of cat is that? Orange. Nice salt and pepper look. So many potatoes. Sometimes I don't know why, sometimes my glasses don't bother me at all, like my ears, but sometimes, like, just the way my hat and my earphones and my glasses are, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Shadow's a black dog. Poofle's a black cat, so is Turby. I like how time stops whenever I harvest a potato. Yeah, I got a lot of potatoes. Of course, sometimes I harvest multiple ones per plant, so I can't even tell. Oh, the pets spam as a whole. Let's see. I haven't been over to see Poofle and the gang for a while. You know how Chi-Chi's doing. The family's doing all right. I say it's only been a couple days since I last checked in about them as yet, so nothing much has changed since then. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I don't know about anything. I know poor Chisai. She's getting real old, having a hard time supporting her own weight. Apparently she used to be, you know, she's like the chow hound, eat anything, but now she's apparently getting picky and like not even eating canned cat food. It's like only eating like actual meat, which is not good. A new baby lizard hatched. Okay. Do you want to name the baby lizard? Okay. What are your lizards' names again? Magnus. Yes. Okay, Agnes and Calcifer. Tree Cool. Tree Cool was cool. Rupert. Who was it? Oh, a streamer I was watching was saying that there. Ruprecht. This isn't Escanaba and Moonlight, okay? I don't want the lizard to turn out just how you would think someone named Ruprecht would. Some grumpy old Ruprecht is definitely a character in Escanaba and the Moonlight as well. Escanaba in the Moonlight. Oh yeah. Bag to buck. Oklahoma. Old doggies bought some doggy steps for Poppy so she can get up and down the sofa. Oh. For Christmas? Yeah, our dogs are not allowed on the furniture. Yeah, I bought. I don't think Wabobo is watching right now, but I bought him a doggy toy. Uh, don't tell him though. Good old Wob. Speaking of Wob, Rob and I were talking about Brilliant Diamond the other day. We're gonna have an epic fight. What's said in the stream stays in the stream, except for clips. Ooh, kitty toy too. But yeah, Rob and I, once we both beat the Elite Four, we're taking the team that we took through the Elite Four, and we're going head to head. It's gonna be a fight for the ages, knockdown, drag out. It's gonna be epic. Indeed. Have you gotten Brilliant Diamond and/or Shining Pearl yet? Well, I mean, you shouldn't be buying yourself stuff this close to Christmas. Oop, I wanted to sell that. I don't want to put that away. So I guess you need to wait until Christmas. This is true. Are you gonna go for Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl? You had Diamond, right? Okay, yeah. I had Diamond too when I was a youngster. Youngster Carl wants to fight. You're not a Palkia fan? No, I don't want to go to the quarry. Just kind of tradition in my family at this point that whichever one I get, both my siblings get the other one. Ooh, dwarfish. Dwarf gadget. Obsidian. I think I've donated all. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I got it. I still need to donate the dwarvish computer. I've donated a dwarf computer before? Oh. Okay, that's good. Bum. 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 So that means I can just, keep that. And use it. How do you get the computer? There's like a computer that'll tell you, the farm computer. How do you get it? Crafting. Okay, after you complete either of Demetrius' special orders. Okay. Oh, and I need to plant more potatoes. And whatever. I want one of each so I can put them in crystallariums. Potatoes. Potatoes. Five, 10, 15, 18, 21. I love a good potato. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. I made my own French fries the other day. Like a few weeks ago. My body did not appreciate the grease. I wanted some loaded fries. Oh, my mouth. It was good stuff. So what I did was, my dad's got a potato slicer, so I took the thin, or a vegetable slicer. I took the thin, like a dicer, you know. So it's got a grid of blades. You put the thing on top, you squish it down. I'm gonna need a lot of potatoes. Yeah, and so I made nice and thin strips of potato, right? Thin fries. Chips, if you will. And I made them nice and thin so that I could make sure they fried all the way through. You're welcome. So I could fry my chips all the way through. Anyway, but what I did was I also used, instead of a pot full of oil, like you might find, because like at a fast food joint, what they'll have is like a basket full of whatever fried item it is, and then you'll dip it down into you'll dunk it into the vat of fry oil to fry your fries. But obviously I don't have anything fancy like that, so what I did was I put it in a pan instead of a pot, so it's nice and spread out. And so that way it cooked, like I could put more in it at a time, and I could monitor their progress. So then I fried those up, threw them on a sheet of paper towel on a plate. The gang's all here. Welcome in, Rob. I was telling our little friend here that we are going to be challenging each other in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond when the time comes. You better be ready. Quack. Look, Rob. Look. Quack. Okay, I already did go to the... So, as I was... What was I saying? Nothing to complain about. Come on, hurry up and reproduce by yourself. So I fried them all up. I fried my chips up. And then what I did was I took some cheese, like some nice grated cheddar cheese. And I spread it all over. I put them all in a pan, and I spread it all over, and I put the lid on to melt all the cheese. Unfortunately, the cheese was frozen, so it took a little bit longer to melt than I would have preferred. So the bottom of the chips got a little fried. They got a little charred. It was tragic, but They were some good stuff. Unfortunately, my body did not so much appreciate the very greasy foods, and it kind of rejected, kind of went through a little too quick. And I had a similar incident to what I had earlier on the stream, where I had to make a mad dash. Big oof indeed. And yeah, the calories on that thing. I put bacon bits over it too, some loaded fries. Yeah, the calories were not exactly ideal. And hilarity ensued. Yeah. Put a camera on me in the bathroom going, that was real funny. Construct farm buildings. YOLO. I only live once, yeah, so I'm trying not to spend all my time on the frickin' toilet. I'm just kind of... Let's just put it... You know what? Let's just butt it right out. I don't even care right now. Okay, I'll start working on your new fish pond first thing tomorrow morning. Thank you. Okay, so I think that's it for that. I want to run to the Skull Cavern again and get me some stuff. Some more stuff. Solar essence kind of stuff. If you know what I mean. Dude, make more truffles. Find them. Oh, I want to put the stone away. Probably won't hurt to have it, but... And Poofel's a really good kitty. Does not go after my chickens. I don't think any of our outdoor chickens went after the... Although, Chasey, R.I.P. Chasey, he's a big cat. Like, he's a big guy, you know. Dude's like... hefty guy. This wise, huge gray cat. We'd feed him, right? Like, so we had two barns, old barn and new barn. We'd feed him in the new barn. The chickens were in the old barn. Chickens would run around, you know, and go to the new barn sometimes. And so we'd feed him in the new barn. We'd give him we'd give him his food. And if you didn't watch him and protect him, a rooster would hop up onto the table, the shelf or whatever that we fed him on, and would scare him away and start eating his food. And I'm like, Chasey, you're the apex predator in this situation. You're a cat. That's a chicken. Assert yourself. You know? Assert your dominance. You can kill this thing. You know, like, what? It was funny. Yeah, I mean, they can be, but, like, the dude just jumped up, and then Chasey was just like, alright, I'm out. 2-inch scar on her leg where a rooster can, jeez. I'd like to see one try. But yeah, they can be, but it's like, come on, Chasey. Stand up for yourself. You could eat this guy for dinner. Literally. Rooster wants to successfully fended off a weasel attack. Did we? How do we know that? Did the weasel die? Did we find the weasel carcass? Die, stupid mummies. they don't have your sisters own them previously. Really nice. Hole in the fence, no chickens dead. Nice. then the coyotes came and took it. Oh god. Any mummies? I want me mummy. Where's me mummies? Tucker the dog, I'm pretty sure the chicken did not fend off Tucker the dog. The big dog. Come on, give me the ladder. Not the former, the ladder. I've been accidental. There we go. Bring it on, you serpent. Where'd he go? You shall meet your end at my blade. The end of my blade. Ooh, down the hole. Big fat chocolate lab, shoved her head through the chicken wire, grabbed and ate a chicken. Yep. Also, when we were taking care of it, jumped the fence to our little kennel, and then gnawed its way through the chicken wire. It's time. Kaboom! Hey, hey, hey. I saw a streamer was running around dropping bombs and like not even running and getting hit by the blast, and I was like, you know that hurts you, right? He's like, I do now. And I'm like, it's a bomb. The description. Stand back. You know how you guys, you'd have to have them inside the house. Yeah, and then you'd smell them and you'd be like, oh frick, I don't want the chickens in the house anymore. I mean, we've raised chickens in the house when it's like when they're really young. And you know, they're like, it's like too cold outside or whatever. But yeah, it smells real bad. And they poop when they cry, and they cry when they poop. Because you need to get them in an enclosure, because they just poop everywhere. Da poop. Indeed. I should have enough to make myself an iridium band. Some blang. It's been a pretty uneventful time in game. Oh yeah, okay. No, that's one thing I forgot. I forgot to check the notice board. So I'm pretty sure you can't really litter train chimkins. Unfortunately. As much as as cool as that would be. I know it's getting late. Calm down. Yeah. Iridium band. What was this? Immunity. Yeah, glowstone ring is objectively worse in every way. And I'm going shopping. Have fun on your shopping. Thanks for stopping. Bye. Alright, put the ring in the ring drawer. Magnet ring. Oh. Busy, busy, frightfully busy. More than a bumblebee. More than an ant. Busy, busy, frightfully busy. I'd like to help, but I can't. Who's texting me? Oh, it's just Discord. Ugh. I need to figure out what I want to do on Sunday streams. Instead of Pokemon Unite, now that I'm not doing that. I've been thinking of just doing like a community game night where like each night people like vote. Each week people vote on what they want to do. But like historically speaking, when I ask for viewer input, I don't get a large enough scale, a large enough sample size that I feel that it's actually like legit. Like maybe one person will see it and be like, oh, you should do this, and then I do it, and then they don't show up, and then I'm sitting there like, why am I doing this? So I gotta figure out. That's what I eventually like to do. Once I have amassed more loyal followers. Not a cult, but just thought I'd say that. No. I hate that you can't pick it back up. You can't snuff it out. I would put it in my freaking pocket and take the hit. This is why I don't generally carry bombs around for this very purpose. It's fine. We're fine. I'm fine. Cherry bomb. let's try that again. By the way, folks, I did, in an effort to completely remove, both remove my ties to Streamlabs following their controversy, and in an effort to consolidate my services onto one platform, I recreated all of my alert box animations in Stream Elements. They're pretty much exactly the same. There were a few things I could do in Streamlabs that I couldn't do in Stream Elements that I tried my best to replicate. But they should, if they look a little weird, or if they're too loud or too quiet, like, let me know. Because, yeah. If you think it is too loud or too quiet, it probably is, and it's probably not just me. For those of you who did not hear, it happened like a few weeks ago. Streamlabs, which is a very popular streaming software like OBS, used to be known as Streamlabs OBS. And the catalyst that kind of brought everything to a head was there was like some streaming platform called Lightstream, I think I want to say. Something like that. But I can't remember. It's either a streaming software or whatever. Another software. And Streamlabs released their own software that was basically the same concept as this other software, which is not necessarily the sleazy part. The sleazy part was they basically copied and pasted the other website, service, whatever you want to call it, their home page. They copied and pasted that over and basically used it for their thing. And from what I understand, the services were disturbingly similar. You know what? I don't need the bombs anymore. Let's just put them away. So yeah, the services were disturbingly similar. So what? They got called out on that. And some more stuff came out of the woodwork. Like, for example, it was called Streamlabs OBS. And a lot of people, myself included, thought that it was a spin-off or something made in conjunction with OBS, which is like kind of the OG, like the most popular used stream software. It's the one I use. But it's not. Evidently, according to OBS... Oh, shoot. Streamlabs reached out to it and said, hey, can we call ourselves Streamlabs OBS? And they said, please do not. And they said, we're doing it anyway. So that's a little sleazy. And like a whole bunch of stuff like that where they're just making questionable business decisions. Nothing illegal because OBS is open source. It's not like copyrighted like that or anything. But just cruddy business practices. And yeah, they took quite the popularity hit from it. Because you know what? When you deal in social media and influencing and whatnot, and you like you need to maintain your image, right? When your whole thing is like marketing, you gotta seem like a stand-up company. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to buy more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 90. It's a shame that like artisan goods aren't affected or whatever. Like if you put an iridium truffle, it should make an iridium truffle oil. But that is not the case. Okay, what should I have my sights on next? I could buy some more animals. All right, Chad, if y'all are still listening, what next venture should I pursue to make more money? Because I'm stagnating right now. In terms of what I want to do, I should have more ventures going in the background. Should I buy more goats, more cattle, more sheepes? Should I buy more chickens and rabbits? Ginger Island is not unlocked. Yeah, I need to finish the community center before I do that. Community center. I'm basically waiting on it to be summer so I can buy red cabbage. That's like the most limiting factor. Everything else, I've got some fruit trees growing. Everything else is like on. Goodness. Everything else is pretty well squared away. Yeah, if Ginger Island was unlocked, then I'd be going there. But honestly, I kind of want to sort things out. Like, get to the bottom of Skull Cavern before I deal with Ginger Isle, which I'm making good progress, relatively speaking. I just need to, like, spend a lot of money on bombs and stairs. That actually might be something to do. You just fished all day? Not the most gameplay. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe I should just, I might just go for floor B100 of the mines. By the way, a quick nog break. Rob, I know you love eggnog, right? You've definitely had it as a Brit. I needed some grass starters. Never had it. You don't like it? It doesn't taste like eggs. Actually. You ever had custard? Custard's got eggs in it. Yeah. It's basically like drinking custard. Kind of. Not like that extreme. But yeah, it is a heavy beverage you don't want to have. It's pretty rich. You get sick of it. All right, so I was reading up on strategies on how to do it, and it was basically like, okay, obviously, wait until you have a good luck day, a really good luck day. Don't even bother trying unless you have a good luck day. And then you want to bring two types of things. You want to bring bombs, and you want to bring stairs. Holy cow, I don't know how to get hosed there. And so, yeah, what I plan to do is go to the old dwarfy poo. That I pressed the wrong button. It's just slimes. Just kill them. Go to the old dwarfy poo. Holy moly, I am just not doing well. relieve him of all of his bombs. And I saw a thing that was like, if you see have like a whole cheese load of stairs, and if you see like an infested room, leave, or if you see a room that doesn't have enough like rocks clustered, then just leave, and then just drop a bomb on the rocks, and you should get one. Yeah, you should get something. What is daily luck effect? Luck. There's also the note that lets you get a luck charm from... Yeah, ladders. Chance to discover ladders from breaking rocks. What about the shafts? It doesn't say anything about shafts. Is that the same? Yeah. One time in the mines, I broke every single node but 3. So it was in the third to last node on a floor. And I was like, you for real? Okay, let me get you out of here. Not going after the iridium. I'm excited to see what the Haunted Chocolatier, what that combat looks like. I saw a little snippet Concerned Ape posted where he was like showed off you could equip a shield and like block this like giant wasp, and then did a combo where like sliced slash slash slash. Hoo ha hoo. Ooh, down I go. Yeah. Do I want to get the crates? Maybe. Maybe not. So, like, I would place a bomb, like, right here or something and just blow up. Pretty sure bombs are probably the most, bang for my buck. Pun intended. As opposed to cherry bombs or mega bombs. I guess I should get the emerald too, so it doesn't feel left out. Just 3 levels, crap. I need the good stuff. I need to fall 20 levels, man. I want to say 16 might be the farthest. And then yeah, if I don't make it on the day, I'm just resetting because there's no way I'm stocking up all the way, all the time. Every time. Like, I refuse. Like, I'm not gonna stock up and then try and then fail and then stock up again. No. No. If I try and I stock up and I fail, it's a reset. Craft a desert warp totem. Skull Canyon. Skull Cavern. But yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna check, like, once I'm ready, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna check the TV. If the TV says, like, your luck is great, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be out of there. Bruh. Double bruh. Almost killed me. Please just... please perish. Just do me this one thing. Oh, a secret note. 12 o'clock noon sharp. Last day of the season. Check the bush above the playground. I've gotten this bone before, right? Yep. Yep. I love it. Little gouge marks suggest that this prehistoric rib was someone's dinner. Dude, I got it out of a live dinosaur. He must have gone through some crap if it died. Or if it was survived with gouge marks in its rib. And just because it was a rib that came out of a dinosaur doesn't mean it's a prehistoric rib if the dinosaur is still alive. When I met it. Just a thought. Is there any way to kill these things? I mean, not that I really necessarily want to or need to. To Haley and Emmy, hope you two are doing well. We've sent your favorite gifts, pink cake and sunflowers for Haley, gemstones and wool for Emily. Because Haley doesn't like quartz or gemstones. In fact, she is the only person in the game to not love the prismatic shard. She hates it. Does she have some burning resentment to her sister or something? Don't diss. She's a jerk. There's a word that describes her well that I don't use. So she's not materialistic. I'm gonna have to reorganize my closet to have all of this year's new fashions. I'm gonna have to throw everything else away. Maybe. Maybe. Not materialistic. My butt. Despicable. Alright, down to the bottom. Something tells me. I wonder. When I'm writing the diary for this one, maybe I should probably just include all of the secret notes I find. That's probably good. We'll pad out the content. Because there's a few times in the diaries about this that I write where I just like skip a few days. So I was like, literally all I did was grind for materials or, you know, whatever. Did your legs just break from falling down 16 stories in Skull Cavern? Eat some cheese. You'll be fine. Nice. A rock. I got a rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Oh, we got half an hour until break time. Dinner time. Right? Yep, 1 to 4, that tracks. And then it'll be, of course, break time for an hour. And then we shall resume at 5 Eastern. Put that there. Put that there. Is this all stuff to sell? Everything but the geode. There we go. Have Clint pop those open for me. Oh, I forgot to check the notice board again. I need to do that. I need to do that. Brute, deal 15% more damage. Defender, 25 HP. You know what? I'll leave it up to chat. Let's make a poll. Hope you're paying attention. Question: Brute or Defender? Brute. Defender. 1 minute. Go. So should I focus on my attacking skills and deal 15% more damage? What do I suffer with more? I don't know. You should vote. I'll let you decide. Last time I had 2 people vote opposite things, so I just kind of broke the tie. Severe urge to quack. Well, vote. There's a poll. There's a poll on the thing. Cast your votes now, folks. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's an actual time. Defender. Interesting. Interesting. I probably would not have chose that, but because my logic is if I can just kill them faster, that would be good. But it'll probably save me money in the long run. If I don't have to eat as much in the mines and whatnot. Who knows? It's a tough call. Which is why I had someone make it for me. Hello, everybody. Oh, shoot. If you just hold down the A button and walk around, you'll automatically pet all the animals without having to worry about trying to pet one and not check the status of one that you've already pet. You just drink truffle oil? Holy cow. Alright, we need to remember the 21st night of September. No. The message board. The request board. I need to fill, yeah, I need to get one. Because these need doing. Preferably one with Demetrius, because then he'll send me the recipe to make a computer. Come on, trees, grow. I'm a computer. I'm a computer. Oh, this is ready. I can throw a fish in there. Ooh, what fish should we throw in? This one I'm not going to do a poll. But, like, here's some of the fish I got. Not a sturgeon. A super cucumber, a blobfish, ghostfish, ice pip, midnight squid, spookfish, wood skip. These are all fishes. So any of these fish, and then, what was the other one? Super cucumber. The midnight squid? Okay. What does Squib even do anyway? It's fat and lazy and sits in the house all day. There we go. put that in the oil maker. Oh shoot, my potatoes are ready. We got a lot of stuff to do today. Yeah, Midnight Squid. That's how you get squid ink. I don't think you need squid ink for a lot, but someone said you should get a squid for squid ink because I asked Reddit like what ponds do y'all usually get and why for any reason. So I got some good answers. I threw in some myself. Some of them I just like the fact that they're rare. Because all the rare ones you can only have like all the rare ones start out with a population of one. You can only throw one inside. So I did those. But some of them are kind of lame. There we go. And a diamond to boot. Diamond wa kudakenai. Alright, so I need to break open the things. I need to buy a bunch of seeds from Pierre, go to the message board, and I need to see the bus. The crow bus. And buy some signs from him. Frozen tear. Earth crystal. Egg. No, Nekoite. That's not thunder egg. What's that? Dolomite. That's not sapphire. Kyanite. Tiger eye. Tiger's eye. And Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. All the generals of Grotto got their own. Already donated Tiger's eye? Got their own gemstone. One of them was named Tiger's Eye. Another crystal area. What's the... There's like... There's a list of the most expensive one. The gold per day. Diamond is the best. Then star shards. Then Helvite. So I think I have some extra star shards. I'll put that in there. Nice. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. No, I needed to go to the message board. I needed to go to the message board. And I need to go to Pierre's. And I need to go to the Suez. There's a spirit made out of potatoes that really packs a wallop. Well, I have potatoes. Mind dropping a few taters in a keg and bringing me a batch or two. Of course, I just sold mine, but I should have more ready in like a day. Except I wanted to do the Demetrius one. Whatever, I'll get it later. So I need 12. How long do potatoes take to keg? To ferment in there, man? Keg. Juice. 4 days, okay. How do I get a keg? Isn't it like stone, oak resin? Oh shoot, I think it's oak resin. Of which I have none. Of which I have none. Yeah, I should have taken that one. I should have taken the Demetrius one. Closed on Wednesdays. Not good. Yeah, after I was literally talking about, oh, I need to accept Demetrius's request. I accepted that one without thinking. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to reset the day. Care to buy anything? Monster fireplace. Oh! Yeah, I'll do that. Heck yeah. You found a star drop. It's strange, but the taste reminds me of chat. Love you, chat. Maximum energy level has increased. Aww. Felt that right here. Okay. That's like 4 of them. I think there's like only 7. Trying to remember. One's for marriage, right? At the fair, at 100 level of mine, marriage, Krobus, Old Master Cannoli. So I'm missing getting married, catching all of the fish, and donating all the items to the museum. That's what I'm missing. Okay. I want to put star shards in there. I do have those. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be... Yeah, I should have done Demetrius's quest. Tartar sauce. Okie doke. That's something apparently you can do. You can put signs on there. It tells how many and of what variety. Huh. Okay. Of course, I want oak resin for the community center as well. A friendly reminder, Carl loves you. Remember, God made you special, and Carl loves you very much. I don't know if y'all watched VeggieTales over Christian propaganda. No, it was a kid's show based on Christian principles. And every time they would end it, they would say, God, remember, God made you special, and he loves you very much. That would be a good one. A good one for the simp channel in the Discord. Don't ban me, Twitch. I didn't say it. I don't think anyone's posted in that at all. Oh, I was in the clips and highlights. Nice. I mean, there's a channel. There's a channel in there. You know. Let's look at this. Let's look at this highlight. There you go. Short, sweet, and to the point. Okie doke. I'm trying to think. There's not really much I can focus on, like, actively doing for the community center. Like, I'm waiting for summer for this. I guess I could be checking the traveling cart to see if they have red cabbage seeds. The wine... I don't have any fruit. Except star fruit. Which I don't want to use because I want to make... I should probably make seeds out of the star fruit, shouldn't I? Well, maybe I could use it. I don't know. Pomegranate. I'll probably have... The thing is, it's like I'll have one before... Yeah, before I finish everything else. The fodder bundle needs 3 apples. This needs oak resin. I'm waiting on oak resin. I have a pomegranate tree growing. I mean, I'm just sitting here and waiting. It takes a whole season to grow it. I unfortunately did not have enough money to buy the saplings in time to actually have them produce fruit in time, because both apples and pomegranates have oh my god, both apples and pomegranates are fall crops, fall fruit. So I you know, I needed to plant them before the start of fall, but wasn't meant to be. Ooh, what's this? Let me just jump in there real quick. Today, I'm probably gonna be able to squeeze another day in here. For one more day. Another in-game day. Before I have to break for dinner. I'm making this eggnog last. It's like so many calories in here. I've been pretty good at keeping them down. Keeping the calories down. I don't want to deal with this one. Master of the quick draw. Holy cow. Getting ganged up on. I don't want to play around with this dinosaur. There we go. slipping. Let's get down there. Squish. Splish. I think after making it sound like that, they would not get up again, but... You know what? I have had just about enough of your garbage. Die. Violence is sometimes the answer. Ah. Fiddlehead Fern. Another dino egg. I was like, sometimes they turn. I was just about to say, sometimes they turn, and I don't know why. Boom, there they did it. Oh! Oh! I am Carl, the Pumpkin Man, Dinosaur Slayer, Destroyer of Beasts. Holy cow. Freaking me out. There's the ladder. Like, how am I doing on... I have two more. I need to do... There's some walking ones. I need to do some walk-in secret notes. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll go on a secret note hunt. Do all the ones that I haven't done yet. That sounds like a fun way to round out the pre-dinner stream. Back and forth. Come on. Give me the ladder. Okay. I am out of here. My health meter is twitching. It's so quiet. Alright, put that in there. Got some dino mayo. It's kind of funny how it's at the start. You're heading out. Have a nice dream. Bye. Alright. I'm ending in another in-game day as well, so you're not going to be missing much. But have a good one. Thanks to you for coming by. I can sell this and this and this and this and this. But I can make a mayo out of whatchamacallit. Dino mayo. Alright, I probably shouldn't do another day, but I am. That's a lot of potato. Ugh. Hey there, had some extra wood laying around. Thought you could use it. Take care. Oh, okay, thanks. Always take some free stuff. Dang it. Fields lying fallow. They'll start get untilled. Caviar. Need a preserves jar. Wood, stone, coal. Okay. I certainly can do those. Ooh, oak resin. Oak resin alert. Hey, Poof. Oh, Poof was so cute. Need wood. Wood. Wood, stone, coal. Coal back. Put that back. Pine tar, right? Yep. Okay. A diamond. We'd be more comfortable if we had a diamond in here. Wow. They got some expensive tastes. Holy moly. Well, do I have a diamond? I don't actually think I have a diamond right now, but I have a crystallarium with a diamond in it. So, you'll get your diamond. Alright, get old Clint. Pop them open. Process geodes. Ooh, Neptunite. Neptunite's up there, I think. Pretty expensive. Jet black crystal is unusually reflective. Kind of weird to think of how, like, black things absorb all light, but they can still be reflective, you know? Cookies! Yummy. Yeah, that's right. While I'm at it, let's get that. Ooh, catalog, that's good stuff. I'm trying to remember which ones I bought. I bought apple and pomegranate. I think peach. Not sure. I don't think there's any way to check. And I'm not digging back in my bots to figure out what I bought. So the ideal way to do the greenhouse. Greenhouse. You can move the greenhouse after you're done with it. There we go. I think that's all of them. I think. Fingers crossed. It's gonna be a pain to deal with. Gotta re-till all this land. Because Pierre wasn't open on Wednesdays. Round and around and around and around. Hey, chicken. Alright, there we go. What date? As long as you don't have anybody catch you, it's a good idea to dig around for garbage. Okay, wait, do I have... I do not have a Neptunite yet. Okay. Alright, so... let's just donate this thing, and then let's take a look through the secret notes and see what I can see. The only bundle that's not finished is the bulletin board. There you go. Oak resin. Alright. I think that was it. What have we got in terms of secret notes? There we go. Favorites, 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 favorites. 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 Skull Cavern. Dunno. Yeah, okay. Last season, that's in 17 days. Found that. Did that. Did not do that. Nor that. I did that, but not that. I did that. And that. But not that. Something that you kind of need to do to fill out the museum, I think. Yes, I'd like to donate this strange doll. Alright, bus stop. That's not where I want to go. The mines is where I want to go. Because... I want to dig some stuff up north of here. Alright, secret note says... like here-ish? Ooh. That's nice. Wow, it's loaded with treasure. This is sure to fetch a good price. Secret notes. What was the other one about? I lost Mom's necklace near the bathhouse. All right, well, let me write this one down. Right, down, right, up, right, up, right, down, left, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, left. I think that's like the last one. Oh, I'll just hold on to that for friendship's sake. Will I? No, I'll give it to Abigail. Though, how are you supposed to know whose it was, right? Where, Abby? Abby. Hello? Where can I track down Abigail? In a room playing. Dang it. Yeah, I don't suppose. I'm like not friends enough. Oh, I'm friends with a few people actually. Not friends with Abigail at all. Oh well, okay. So that secret note says stand here. Alright. Right. Down. Right. Up. Right. Up. Right. Down. Left. Up. Left. Up. Right. Up. Left. Up. Left. Hey kid, I need a lucky break. Why don't you bring me a rabbit's foot? I'll make it worth your while. Come back when you got a rabbit's foot on you, kid. Okay. I don't... Let's see if I have one. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I gotta sell the treasure chest, that's for sure. Yeah, I can't remember if I saved one or not. I did. I did. Alright, let's go. Let's go get this. Let's get it. I am way past my stream time. So once I do this, I'm going to bed, and then... Yeah. I should not have done this final day. Yes! See the special charm, you feel an aura of good fortune surrounding you. Luck is permanently increased. Nice! What a good way to finish off the stream. I probably should just pick that up. No reason not to. And there we go. Alright, so that's it for now. I will be back in, well, 45 minutes now. But yeah, I'll see y'all on the other side. But yes, I should be live again in 45 minutes. I am taking a dinner break, and then there'll be 3 hours of stream more. After that, I'll see you all at 5 Eastern Time. Catch you then.